The assignment questions. Okay. Maybe I will not able to see the chats. So it's better if you have the doubt, just unmute yourself and ask the doubt. Okay. So we will start from week 7 activity questions. And if any other doubt, just unmute yourself and ask the doubt. Okay. Okay. Yeah, what about activity question? Is there any doubt in activity questions?
11 number question.
Activity 7.1.
Yes, ma'am. 11 question.
11th question. Okay. Huh. So what is the problem here?
Ma'am, in first option,
Hmm.
why it's wrong? First and second.
Okay. So just here you have to choose. You have to like you can consider some example for which the points are not equal, but the functional value will be equal. Just for example, 2 and 1 by 2 belongs to R, right?
Ma'am, you're not sharing the screen.
You
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
see my screen. Oh, sorry.
It's not visible.
Now, can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
visible, ma'am.
Yeah. So we were talking about the 11th question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So,
Madam, can you change the orientation, madam? So,
yeah, sure. Yeah. Now is it fine?
yeah, oh, fine, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So if the domain is R minus 0, okay, then we can take 2.5, right? So clearly 2.5 are not same, but the functional value of 2.5 will be same, right? Right? The
Yes,
functional
ma'am.
value of 2 will be 2 plus half, and this will be uh, half plus 2. That is same, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the first option is incorrect. And yeah, what was the second doubt? I mean, in which option? Similarly, no, we
Yes,
cannot take
ma'am.
Ma'am, could
any
you
rational number.
repeat why it is incorrect, ma'am? Why it is incorrect? Once, could you repeat?
What is the statement? F is an injective function if the domain of F is R minus 0. So we can check that there are points such that the points are not same, but the functional value are same. Okay. So if we take
Oh,
2,
okay.
so the functional value of 2 will be same as functional value of half, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So clearly, so if we take not only real number, if we just take rational number even, still it will not work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But if we have natural number and integer, then we cannot take this type of fraction, right? So in that case, the function will be injective. Okay.
Okay,
Is
ma'am.
it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now I understood. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, what is the next doubt in 7.1? Is there any other?
10th question. 10th, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, what is the problem in 10th question?
I'm not able to find out the wrong answer. Like, is it? Could you explain me the meaning of bounded memory? Like bounded. I'm not able to figure out what is bound.
Bounded means basically there will be a lower bound as well as a upper bound. Okay. So, are you familiar with the term lower bound and upper bound?
Lower bound is the least value of range. Is
Yes.
it right, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
correct, correct.
okay,
That
okay.
means some u is lower bound when this is less equals to fx for every x belongs to the domain, right? This is the mathematical form, right? But just you just said, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
the least
similarly,
value for which,
yes.
yes, ma'am.
And upper bound means the functional value, all the functional value will be less than value for all x in the domain. That means something which is the greatest value attained by the function, right? So this
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
lower bound and upper bound. And if a function is bounded, function is bounded means there exists both a lower bound and upper bound. Okay, both lower bound and upper bound exist. Okay, exist and finite. Okay, so this is the meaning of boundedness. So yeah. Now can you conclude? Is it 1 by e power x? Is it bounded or not? Now you know the meaning of boundedness, right? So now
It is
just try
not
to
bounded, right, ma'am?
why?
Uh, because we can.
Yes.
Mm,
Tell me you are correct. It is not bounded by, but what is the reason?
because we can put minus r to sorry minus infinity to infinity. We are having the range also. The
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah, you are going to the right way. Yes. Then this the range the range is minus infinity to infinity, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So basically the domain is also same, right? When x will be tending to minus infinity. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, ma'am.
I'm sorry,
Is it
sorry.
minus infinity to zero, right?
Sorry.
The range.
The domain is minus infinity to
Yes, ma'am.
infinity,
Yes, ma'am.
and the range is 0 to infinity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Exponential function never gives negative number. Okay. So the
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
range
ma'am.
is always positive. So it will 0 to infinity. And like when x will be tending to minus infinity, 1 over e power x will be tending to 1 over e power minus infinity. That means 1 over 0, right? Which is something towards infinity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now you are clear, right? Why this function is unbounded. So this statement is correct. And what about the last statement? What about the last statement? Is it bijective?
Uh, I'm not able to figure out, ma'am.
Okay. What my suggestion is, if you have this type of function, oh, this is just a trick I use to solve this type of thing. That you can break this function is as a composition of two simple function, like two well-known function. Okay. So suppose f1 x equals to e power x, okay, and f2 x equals to 1 plus 1 by 1 plus x, okay. So these two functions are well-known function, right? I mean, you can you know the functions are bijective or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are two function which you know very well, and now just we can write G as composition of f1 f2, right? That means f2 compose f1 of x will be g of x, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now we have the result that composition of two invertible function is invertible. That means composition of two bijective function is bijective. Okay. So we have
Yes,
two
ma'am.
known function and we know that these two functions are bijective. So the composition of these two function is bijective. This is one way, and the another way is the general process, like try to prove it as 1 1, then on 2. So for proving it 1 1, just consider two different point and just arrive to the fact that the functional values are also different. Okay, and for on 2, just take some point y from the codomain and then just calculate the value of y. If it is defined at every point, then it is on 2. Okay, so this is one method and this is another method. Okay, clear?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am. A small conclusion I want to. Ma'am, here
Yeah, yeah,
R
sure.
to R, R to R is written over there, right? For R to R, one of the R is domain and one of the R is range, right?
Yeah, right,
Oh,
right.
okay, okay,
From
ma'am.
R, that means the first R is your domain, and 2R, that means the second R is your codomain. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. In seventh question, once could you go uh, in this exercise?
Hmm.
Ma'am, second one is not onto function. Am I right?
Which one?
10th, 10th number question, second, 10th number question. Second one.
Yes, it is not onto in the whole domain, I mean whole R, because we know that it is a parabola, right? And sorry, yeah, it is not onto. Yeah. So parabola means it is a parabola in the upward direction, right? Because the coefficient of x square is 1, which is positive, right? So we will get a parabola in the upward direction. So the fact we know that for a parabola in upward direction, we will get a minimum point, which is its vertex, right? So that means
Ah,
there are some point which is less than the vertex, so the parabola will never attain those points, right? So for those point we cannot find any pre-image, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that is why the second function is clearly not onto. So it's not 1 1, right, from the horizontal line test.
At the minimum point, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, clear. Seventh question, once could you go?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, Ma'am, over here, I'm getting four answers, like in my perspective, but three is given. I don't know where I've gone wrong.
So which are the correct in like in according to you?
I feel one minute. Uh, The
Okay, let's start with
the
the options one
third
by
one.
one. What about the first one? Let's go in
Okay,
the
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
order. Yeah. So what
First one
about the
is
first one?
wrong, ma'am. First one is wrong.
Okay. Why wrong? We can see that
Um,
in this interval
yes,
clearly.
ma'am. It's decreasing.
Yeah. Clearly in this interval, this is decreasing like that. So this is wrong. Okay.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
about the second one?
Wrong.
Second one wrong because no change
Yes.
is there, right? Like it's
Yeah. I
increasing
mean,
again and
not,
decreasing. Same way.
yeah, right. So it's increasing from -2 to 0 and then it's again decreasing from 0 to 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is not a decreasing function. Yeah. What about the third one?
Right.
It is right, ma'am.
It is increasing. Yes, correct. What about the fourth one?
It is right, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. What about the fifth one?
It is right.
Why?
Wrong.
Because from if we check it till infinity, then it will be like
No, it
okay,
is wrong. It is decreasing and then increasing. So it is
uh,
wrong.
Right.
okay, we can't say okay. I have
Yeah.
taken it till infinity so that this till
No,
one to
no.
two is
See,
we can avoid.
because
I
of
thought.
0 to no, 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 no.
Okay,
In that,
okay,
you have to consider whole interval. 0 to infinity means 0 to 2 is also a part of the interval, na? Which is a very large part. You cannot ignore it. Okay. So in the
Okay,
interval
ma'am.
0 to 2, the function is decreasing, then it's increasing. So this statement is wrong. And clearly, this is correct.
Yeah.
Right? 2
Yeah.
to 3.
Okay, understood, ma'am.
Ma'am, the previous
Yes.
question, ma'am, 10th question, the second option, ma'am, I just can you give example, ma'am? The second option alone, you said that it is not on to, right, ma'am? Because you said that it is not matching the pre-image. Uh, if you
Yes.
put that number one, it will be easy to understand that, ma'am.
Okay. See, I mean, it's clear, right? When the coefficient of x square is positive, then we will get a parabola
Yeah,
like that.
parabola. Yeah, yes, ma'am. That I understood, ma'am.
So this line is our codomain, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
maybe this line is our domain, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is our codomain, this is our domain. So we know that if we have a parabola in the upward direction, so then we will get a minimum point, right? Minimum value, right? Which is this red point, the vertex of the parabola, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but because the domain is here, the domain and codomain both are R. That means this is our R. Okay.
Okay.
So if we consider this point, or any point in this portion, so this point has no pre-image, right?
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, you are.
That means there
But
are no points here for which the
yeah,
functional value of the point is this point, right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is what I
Okay,
wanted.
ma'am, in this one, ma'am, even the vertex that is coming below that x-axis, it can be above the x-axis also,
Yeah,
but
right.
still this
Yeah,
holds good. Yeah, right, ma'am? Yeah.
yes.
Okay, ma'am, now
It can be
coming,
anything, but it has a finite minimum number, right? So
yes, ma'am.
that is the factor. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, and for the third option, ma'am, you were saying that the
Mhm.
normal route, because the shortcut you said, I'm not understanding that. So if I want to go the regular route, the first option is like you have to apply here any numbers from that R, say for example 0, 1, 2, 3, and then like
Mhm.
C that is resulting in 0, comma 1. If it is yes, then we have to choose that it is a bijection onto or not. Is that right, ma'am? That's what we need to
Um,
approach this one, right? The
no,
third
no,
one.
no. If you want to like third one or fourth one, fourth one, right?
Sorry, ma'am. Fourth option. Sorry, yeah, fourth option.
Yeah. So like the composition was one way, and if you want to prove it generally, then you have to go via the definition basically. That means you have to take random x1 and x2 such that they are not equal. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have to prove that you have to somehow prove that g of x1 is not equals to g of x2.
Okay.
So here the process is if x1 is not equals to x2, it will imply e power x1 is not equals to e power x2, right? Because we know that exponential function is 1, 1, right? So we can
Yes.
clearly write it.
Okay.
So it will clearly imply that 1 plus e power x1 is not equals to 1 plus e power x2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we
Yes, ma'am.
can take 1 over this fraction will be not equals to 1 over the another fraction, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it will imply. So this is the general way. That is how we can go like prove this thing in general. And suppose you want to prove it more onto, in that case, just take any random y from the domain. Sorry, codomain. Okay. So
Okay.
here the codomain is 0, comma 1. Okay.
Yes.
So I just took a random y from the codomain. Then I have to check whether for any y we can find the pre-image. So first we can just check कि there is some x such that g of x equals to y. Okay. Just consider. Okay. Then from here we will calculate the value of x. Okay.
Okay.
So what will be the value of x? 1 by log of 1 by y minus 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we can simply write it as log of 1 minus y plus, minus log of y, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now we have that y is in this interval 0 to 1. So if y is in this interval, then clearly these two log are defined, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hence the x point is defined. Hence, we can define some point for that means we can define the pre-image for any point in the codomain. Okay.
Okay.
But suppose what if this was 0, comma 2?
Mm.
Then in the interval 1 to 2, we cannot define the point x, right? Because 1 minus 2 is
Minus
minus 1.
undefined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this won't be defined in that case, right?
But
So this
even in this case also, ma'am, since there is a open bracket, we should not take 0 and 1. It should be the number between 0 and 1, like 0.1 and
right, right.
0.2. Okay. Okay.
If it were a closed bracket, then also it was not the case. I mean, at the point 0 and at the point 1,
Hmm.
we may face some difficulty, right? Because
Yes.
log of 0 and log of 1 and log of 0 is not defined, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So
Hey,
it's clear
one,
now?
So,
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
one
can we draw
generic,
its graph?
uh, one
Mhm.
generic questions regarding the question number 7, but
Mhm.
generic about the graph, right? As we said that the graph on question number 7, when it is increasing between 0 to like -2 to 0, and then it is
Okay, wait. For your doubt, we have to go to question number 7 again. So
Uh,
I just want to ask if there any doubt with the question
uh,
10, then I will go
yes,
to
ma'am.
7.
I would like again, I've raised my confusion. The third option is bounded to 0 to infinity, right, ma'am? So can't we say it
No,
is
no, no.
bounded to 0?
No. Bounded means what I just said, ki bounded means it should be bounded below and bounded above both. Okay, it's bounded below by 0, but it's not bounded above, right? Because it is
Oh,
going to
okay.
infinity.
Okay, ma'am. So both it should have the
Both
range
upper
like
bound and
fourth option
lower. Yeah.
0 to 1. So then it's
Yeah.
bounded to 0. Like fourth question is bounded to 0
Yeah,
to
like
1.
you
Okay.
should get the range as some like finite interval. I mean, the
Okay.
boundary point with some finite entry.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, can we assume the graph of the fourth number 1 by 1 plus ex?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, to draw this graph, basically we have to just consider some points and this. You are asking something else, or is this the answer?
Like, I have no idea how can I draw its graph? Like, uh,
No. If
if I
you
can.
want to take is bijective, and every time you may not be able to draw the graph because this is pretty difficult sometime, right? For any function to draw the graph. So but just
Yes.
try to do it mathematically. It's better, okay? Just like this function 1 by 1 plus e power x is not something usual, right? So if you want to draw the graph, you have to check the points. Then you have to like think about it. How should be the graph? Then you can draw the graph maybe after half an hour. So you don't have
Yes.
that much time to spend on a single option, no? So just do it in mathematical way. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. In mathematical way, it's too easy.
Yeah. Mathematical way is the best way if you have some unknown graph. But if you have something known like e power x and all, or a parabola type of thing, then you can draw a graph, then analyze this things. Just like option 2. So the graph of a parabola, it's common, right? We all know. So we can just draw the graph and we can simply draw some conclusion. But for the option 4, it's better to do like follow the mathematical process, okay? Because the graph is not that usual.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Ma'am,
question, yeah.
ma'am, at option 2, you said at minimum below the minimum point,
Hmm.
it is not defined, you said, right, ma'am?
No,
Uh,
not defined now. Basically, if the point which are below in the minimum point, so for those point we cannot find any pre-image. I mean, there are no x for which the functional value is the point below the graph because there are no part of the graph below the point vertex, right?
yes, ma'am.
That is why, like,
Okay. They are in codomain, but there is no value for. That's what you're
Yes.
trying to explain,
Yeah,
right?
they
Okay,
are
okay.
in codomain, but they're not in the range
Range.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now I got it. Okay.
Clear, na?
Clear now. Clear now. You can move on.
Okay. So 10th question is clear to all of you. Then we can move to the 7th one. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we can now move to the 7th question. Yeah, someone was asking something about the 7th
Yeah,
question.
very generic query. Look at the
Yeah, yeah.
graph from -2 to 0, and we
Hmm.
are clearly increasing graph, right? -2 to 0. That's
Yes,
understood. But if you look
yes,
at
yes,
little neatly at the 0, it is tapered, right? Because after 0, it is going to come down. So at
yes,
certain point on the 0 or about 0, it is tapered, it is plateaued. Can we
yes.
still say it is? I mean, I know it's minor, but can we still say it is increasing, or
Yeah,
there are
yeah,
two
sure,
things
sure.
happening here? It is increasing and
Yes,
then plateaued
yeah.
out, right?
If we are saying increasing, that means we are meaning this symbol, greater equals to. Okay. If we are saying strictly increasing, then we mean this symbol. Okay.
Okay. So in this case, we are going to use first symbol.
Now we are using the first symbol here, greater equals to. So, like you are saying that at near zero, it's somewhere the same, like it's not changing, right? So it's
Correct.
equal
It is not
basically.
increasing. It is not
Yeah.
increasing. Yeah.
So that is why this is increasing. I mean, this is increasing. Okay. Increasing mean greater equals to. Okay. It can be same. It can be
Okay.
increasing. I mean, if you have something like that. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Still it is increasing. Okay. In
Thank
this
you.
portion, this is same, right? But still it is increasing. But this is not strictly increasing. Strictly increasing means this. Okay.
Correct. 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 Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Huh. So yeah, is there any other doubt in 7.1?
Ma'am, in fifth question, irrational numbers are given as a collective set, ma'am. Like I'm confused why it is given. Is it right or wrong? Can we count irrational numbers?
Uh, Fifth question. Which option?
First option, irrational numbers. Can we count irrational numbers?
No, we
Like,
cannot count irrational number, but this is a set. I mean, set need not be countable, no?
okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, got it. Mm,
Set
Yeah.
can be uncountable also. So this is a set, but this is an uncountable set. Okay. Any other doubt in 7.1? No, right? So what about 7.23 and all? 7.2? No doubt? No doubt in 7.2? Okay. 7.3? You don't have any doubt, or maybe I'm not audible? Am
You're
I
audible,
audible?
ma'am.
Okay,
You are
okay.
audible.
Okay. So you don't have any doubt in 7.32?
Not solved it, ma'am.
Ma'am, scroll
Yes,
down.
ma'am. Not yet done, ma'am. Like we haven't.
Oh.
Ma'am, scroll down. I have a doubt, but I forget the question number.
Hello,
Hello?
am I
Yeah,
audible?
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah, ma'am,
okay.
you are.
Okay,
Yeah, ma'am, please scroll down.
7.3 last one, ninth. There is like, I think there's a gamma function or something. I don't get it.
Okay. I'm just doing this. Just wait. I just got disconnected. Let me rejoin. Yeah. Can you share?
7.3,
Like,
question number 9.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen now? Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Not yet,
7.3?
ma'am. Means it's loading.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. 7.3,
Just
question
come.
number?
Yes, it's coming. 9.
Yeah. Huh. So what's the problem here?
Is it a gamma function? I don't understand that.
Okay,
Sine
no,
is
no, no,
like
no.
gamma
This is not
function.
gamma function. This is graph of f. Graph of x means that set x comma
Oh,
fx.
okay. Okay, I don't
This is the
get it
graph.
actually. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So this is basically the set uh, if x comma fx for all x belongs to the domain A. Okay. Now you can solve it, right?
Yes, now I can solve it. And number 7.
Okay. Number 7. Yeah. Yes. Huh. What is the issue in number 7?
As my opinion, there is no tangent in P or Q, but I have doubt because what I learned that we always take tangent of curve or tangent of a circle. So there is no
No, no, no.
tangent, right?
If you have
I
a
have little
sharp
doubt on
corner,
it.
I mean, for a function, tangent exists if and
Yes,
only if the function is differentiable at that point. Okay. So we know that if we have
correct.
a sharp corner, then the function is not defined
Sharp
at that
corner,
point.
it's not differentiable, correct?
Yeah. So
So
at
there is
that
no
point, the
tangent. Okay,
function is
okay,
not differentiable. That means there is no tangent at the point. Okay.
correct. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Welcome. Huh. Any other in 7.3?
Ma'am, could you again tell what is that reversal function? Reverse of L. Yeah, there we can see somewhere.
Yeah. Can you repeat? What?
Reverse of L of F is like written right over
It is not reverse. That's graph. Graph. She said. The last
Reverse.
question.
Graph of
It
some
is reverse.
symbol
It's a graph of
notation you explained,
function.
right?
The
Yeah,
line number.
this is a graph of the function, not reverse.
Uh, Madam, I have not watched the lecture videos. So maybe
Okay.
that symbol and all explained in this lecture videos or
Yeah. Yes. I have explained it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you haven't still went to this activity questions, right? Whatever I.
Yes, ma'am.
Not yet.
Yes, ma'am. Not yet.
Excuse me. So
Yeah.
in the ninth problem, can you just say that particular sentence? The cardinality of, how do you say that?
The cardinality of gamma of f. Gamma.
So it is gamma of f, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
nothing but graph.
It,
The graph.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The letter is gamma, capital gamma. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And this is the denotation for the graph of the function f. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
The ninth
Okay.
question. So, why this second option is correct? Only same as the coordinate of A. So, actually, what we learned is A into B, right? So, I thought the first
No,
option would be correct.
no. See, this is the graph of f, right? Not the range. I mean, the graph of f means x comma f of x, right? Such
Yes.
that x belongs to a. That means what is the definition of a function? I mean, we are taking this type of pair x comma f of x for each x belongs to the domain, right?
Your voice is
Yes.
breaking.
Is my voice breaking?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So that means we cannot take this type of things, right? F1x, because we know from the definition of function that one input should be mapped to a unique output, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
when we are taking this pair inside the set x comma fx, that means the functional value of f is fx, right? The functional value is unique, right? So for each element of A, we will find exactly one unique element in B, right? So we will take those pairs only. And we are considering this for each element of A, right? So the cardinality will be same as A. Am I clear with the statement, with the definition?
This T of F is like it is a graph, right?
This is gamma of F. Yeah, this is a
Yes.
graph of the function.
Okay.
Graph of the function F. And the definition of gamma of F is, that means definition of graph of some function is x comma fx, such that x belongs to A. That means the domain. So for each point of the domain, we are taking such pairs. And for
But the
one
fourth
point, we
option
can
also
take
correct.
one. No, because the cardinality of A cross B is what are the elements of A cross B? All possible pairs, right? I mean,
Yes.
suppose we have x1, x2 in A. Okay, this is our A. And suppose our B is y1, y2. Okay. So what will be in A cross B? A cross B will contain x1, y1 and x1, y2, both of the elements, right?
Yes.
But if you just look at these 2 points from the point of view of a function, then this function is mapping, this point is mapping to this point, and this point is mapping to this point too. But it is not possible when f is a function, right? I mean, if cannot map one point from the input to two different points, because this is our f of x1, right? F of x1 is unique, right? It cannot be y1 and y2 both. So these 2
Yes.
points can never be in the gamma of f, that means graph of f, together. But in A cross B, we consider all possible pairs. Now is the statement clear?
But whereas the fourth option, it is A cross B, it's equal to the cardinality. And when we
No,
are
no, no.
saying
It is less than or equals to the cardinality, but this is not exactly equals to the cardinality. This is less than and equals to the cardinality because we are taking almost like some pairs from the A cross B, right? Not all the pairs. So the cardinality will be always less than equals to A cross B, right? But this is not same as A cross B.
So the fourth one is true or
Fourth one is
false?
correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Because
fourth one is
this is not
correct.
true that it's always equal to A into B. It can be less than A cross B.
Yeah. So there are some example. If you take A and B both as singleton set, okay, then A cross B cardinality and the cardinality of gamma of A will be same. But for a general case, they are not same, right? So for a general case, we cannot say that they are same. That is why the first option is incorrect, but the last option is correct. Okay.
Like a quadratic function, ma'am.
Yeah.
Domain is not always equal to range.
Yes. Yes. Also, like if there are more than one point in the codomain, I mean in B, then it's not possible because A cross B contains all possible pairs. That means one element of A can be related to multiple element of B. A cross B is
so,
basically relation, not function. Okay. So function is a relation with some specific restriction, right? So when we
so
are,
here A
yeah,
cross B, if I take A as four element and B as four element,
yes,
and you're trying to say that the gamma of F is same as the cardinality of A. That is
yes,
correct. So four
that
element
in the
is
gamma of it.
correct. So the fourth option says it is less than or equal to cardinality, which means A cross B is 16
Yeah,
because I have a domain and the codomain 16,
yeah.
and it could
And
be
4 is,
equal and it could be 16 or less than that.
yeah. No,
And
like
it is
Uh-huh. Because here this is the general case, like, so you took cardinality of A equals to cardinality of B equals to 4. Okay. In that case, gamma of F has the cardinality 4. So which is clearly less than 16, right? So it is satisfying this the line less than the cardinality of
But
this. Now
but it
if
is
you take
contradicting to equal to.
no. See, because this is something general, na. So there will be some equation. I mean, there will be some example which will be satisfying the word equal to, and there will be some example which will be satisfying the equation less than. That is what they have said, less than or equal to.
So
Like
can
it
you
can
just
be
give
less
me
than.
for the fourth example any
Just
one
take
domain and
just
codomain
take
of which
singleton
is
set.
equal to A into B?
Both singleton set. A
Single
equals to
concept.
B equals to X, suppose. Okay.
No, I didn't get it. No, so A into B. So
A
can you give me
equals
example?
B equals X. A equals B equals X. X, okay. And B equals Y. This is an example. Then what will be in A cross B? Just X comma Y. And what will be in gamma of X? F. Just X comma Y. So in that case, they are same.
So it matches for only one element if it is in my
Like
domain. Otherwise, it is
if
not
there,
possible to map it, right?
no. If there is only one element in the codomain, then it will be same. Otherwise not.
Then it's supposed to be domain also one element only.
No.
Okay,
In
two, three element also would be okay.
be any element, because 2, 3 or more than one element can goes to one element, unique element,
Yes.
but one element cannot goes to two different element. I mean, the image should be unique.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Yes. Okay.
So these things are fine for everyone.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can move to the next thing. Okay. So any other doubt? I just, or you're finding some difficulty to understand the question or something like that? Like if you have don't like you if you don't have any doubt, then like then I don't have anything to explain, no? So if you are
Ma'am,
finding, yeah.
like maybe like there is a huge pressure in this week, not week 6 and week 7 in 2 days. So thing is that can you just explain that how to like limit of an uh, limit of a sequence like basic sum one or two sums? If you can show us, it would be good actually.
That means, can you repeat your doubt? I mean, limit of a sequences?
Limit of sequence. There is some specific limit of sequence, right? Like
Yes.
limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n, like this, like one or two, as most of the people can could not go through this week 7. So can you just explain how to do that things, not particular this sum, like how to solve the limit of a sequence, especially when it is a huge sequence like a 7.4 number 2, I cannot do that thing. So
7.4
this is not
number.
one only problem. It's
Okay, let me check.
when sequences like this.
Okay, so this type of sequence I solved in the last lecture, that how to solve this type of
Okay.
sequence. So it was not in the previous
Okay.
lecture, right? Then you should know.
Yes, I missed that.
Yeah.
It is on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
then
in
I
YouTube. You
check.
can go to it. Okay, still we can again do this because this type of question as number 2, this type of questions are really important from exam point of view too. Okay, so I'm just doing this. If you have this type of thing, then you have to take a factor common. Then you have to like cancel them out. if it is possible. So we have to calculate the limit. That means limit n tends to infinity, 3n squared 5n plus 2, 6n squared plus 2n plus 1. Okay, so if we have n, that means we have infinity, right? But if we have 1 by n, that means 1 by infinity, that means 0, which is something finite. And we want to find something finite, right? So our target always should be to express the form in such a way such that we can get something finite. So in order to do that, for this type of problem, always divide both the term with the highest power. Okay, so the highest power here is 2, right? So we will divide both the term with the highest power of n. Okay, I mean the n square. So then we will get 3 plus 5 by n plus 2 by n square. Okay, and then here 6 plus 2 by n plus 1 by n square. Okay, just divide both the term with n square, the highest term. Okay, then if we take n tending to infinity, then clearly this term, this fourth term will be tending to 0, right? So we will get the limit as tending to 3 over 6, that means 1 over 2. Okay,
मैम इट इज सेम ना, वो जो हम 11th में इन्फिनिटी बाय इन्फिनिटी के लिमिट के क्वेश्चन जो करते हैं उसकी तरह.
11th, yeah, yes, like these are same basically. You have to find the limit, na? So these are same.
Yeah.
Those who
Then
were
these
not
questions are
present in the
based on
previous lecture, yeah, yes.
and these questions are based on limit, but some of the questions of graded assignment are exactly based on sequence formulas like n by 2 into last number minus first number. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be the case. I mean, yeah, you have some formulas, right? So it may be, the question may be something like that, ki you have some an and you have the limit of an. Then you have a second sequence bn using the sequence an. Then you know that we can like divide the limit. We can just add the limit. We can, like, limit is basically linear, right? So just break the function with the limit and just put the value individually, then calculate. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Ma'am. So if you have some specific questions, then you can like ask it to, not from your graded assignment, because I think the deadline is still pending,
Ma'am,
right?
please explain question number 3.
Question 3.
Ma'am,
7.4.
weeks graded assignment, will you explain like what its deadline? I have solved that question by the sequence formula, but I want to know that how can you solve that question by these limits?
Okay. So right now we cannot solve. I think the deadline is still pending. So right now I cannot solve. But if you want me to solve, then we can solve in the revision sessions too. So
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
yeah.
please explain question number 8 of activity 3.
Okay, question number 8 of activity 3. Okay, first let us go through the question third. This was the doubt, one of the doubt, right? Is there anyone with doubt in this question?
Ma'am, I get the answer of this question. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, which one in activity 7.3?
Question 8.
Question 8. Okay. Uh, this one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is the doubt in this question? I mean, in which part you are facing difficulty?
Ma'am, I don't know how to get the answer of question number 8. How to
Okay.
find a cardinality of set A.
So what is the question? Let A be the set of points where the curve C has no tangent. Then we have to find the lower bound of the cardinality. That means the minimum possible cardinality, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have the curve C. So we have 5 points given here, right? So can you say me what are, like, just tell me in which point, just given in the curve, the tangent is not defined. Like all the points, you have to mention all the points. Which are the point at which the tangent is not defined?
Ma'am, in all points the tangents are not defined.
In all points? Why?
No, ma'am.
I mean, not in all points of the curve, na?
Yes, ma'am.
At the point T, can't you define tangent?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Right? So clearly, like if a point is differentiable at some point, then you can define a tangent. Okay. So just check the point at which the curve is not differentiable. Okay. So in the like after S, the curve is just a straight line, right? So the straight line is differentiable everywhere. That means after S, we don't have any difficulty, any problem. So after S, the point is the curve is differentiable at each point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. From S to, that means in RS line. Again, this similar, right? I mean, except the point R and S, the curve is differentiable at each point, right? Except the point R and S in RS line. Because we have sharp corner only at R and S. So when we'll have a sharp corner, then we can say that the function is not differentiable at that point. That means the function is not differentiable at S, R, Q, and P. But other than that, except this 4 point, can you find any point where the curve may not be differentiable? At
No, ma'am.
least in that portion of the curve?
Sorry to
No, right?
interrupt.
Yeah,
Sorry to
no.
interrupt. When you said differentiable, maybe I haven't gone through those lessons. So I just want to know, what do you mean by differentiable?
Okay, so if you are asking about meaning, then I will say just like typical definition. But when we are doing this in graphical manner, that means we are basically seeing whether can we just draw a unique straight line which touches the curve at that point. So whenever we have a straight line, the straight line itself is a unique straight line which touches the curve at that point, right?
Actually, the tangent
But
and the line
whenever
would be
we,
overlapping.
yeah,
Okay.
for a straight line. But
Yeah.
when we're looking at a sharp corner, so suppose I want to draw a unique line which touches the sharp corner S. So I can draw this line. You can draw this line too, right?
Yeah.
Both are possible.
That's right.
So you are not wrong. I am also not wrong. So
Okay.
the line is not unique in that case, right? So
Okay.
whenever we will have a sharp corner, we cannot draw a unique line. That means there is no, like, the tangent doesn't exist at that point. That means the function is not differentiable.
I mean, it's not
It
differentiable.
is
Okay.
if and only if, right? I mean, if the function is differentiable, then tangent exists. If
Yeah. See, that
tangent exists, then the function is
the
differentiable.
difficulty is understanding it is differentiable, it is not differentiable. I mean, that's the difficulty. Because you also
Okay.
versed in mathematics, you are able to get the picture. But when you say that as a
Yeah.
statement, we are not able to imagine that. Okay, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
what
yeah.
does it mean?
It's just like that key at that point. Can you just draw a single line for that, such that the line just touches the curve at that point, and the line is unique. I mean, whenever you draw or your friends draw, I can
Okay,
also draw the line, but the line is same for everyone. Such
okay.
a line is called tangent. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is just graphic.
I could understand the definition of tangent. Only
Yeah,
problem was when you were saying
differentiability, right?
differentiable, like, I mean,
Okay.
I couldn't really follow that. Okay.
Yeah, so these are same. I mean, tangent exists means differentiable.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hmm. So yeah, we were saying that at point P, Q, R, and S, the tangent doesn't exist, right? Correct? That means P, Q, R, S, these 4 points are at least in the set A, right? These 4 points are a member of the set A, right? Because set A is what? This is a collection of the points in C, for which point C doesn't have the unique tangent, right? And we know that at PQRS, this 4 point, this curve C has no tangent, right? So this 4 point will be member of the set A, correct? Is it fine up to now?
Yeah, I can understand. Okay.
Yeah. That means in A, at least there are 4 points. There may be other than this, like there may be some point in A other than this 4 point, but at least these 4 points are in the set A. Okay, that means what should be the minimum cardinality of A? It's
Okay.
4, right?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's fine for all, right? Or if have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Okay. So any other doubt with other question or other activities or practice assignment? Yes.
Practice assignment question number 4.
Practice assignment question number 4. This one. Okay. So what is the
Yes,
first
ma'am.
statement? If an and bn both converges to some non-zero real number, then a and bn also converges to some non-zero real number. This is, we had some formulas, right? That multiplication of sequence. I mean, if an converges to a and bn converges to b, then a and bn converges to ab. It was a formula, right? So from this formula, we can say that this sequence will be converging to a non-zero real number. So this statement is clearly correct, right? What about the statement 2? A and Bn may be convergent even if neither n nor Bn converge. This is also true, right? I mean, if simply take A and Bn equals to minus 1 power n. Okay?
Ma'am,
So both this, yes.
ma'am, can you please
Yes.
explain how to solve convergent and divergent question? I didn't able to solve any question.
I mean, if you have some specific question, then I can show you. Just convergent and divergent means if you can find a finite limit, then the sequence is convergent. And if there is no finite limit, then the sequence is divergent. This is the definition. Now, do you have any specific questions?
Yes, ma'am. Let me check.
Okay, okay. Just take a screenshot and put, then we will type. Okay. Huh. So this
How is the
this
statement?
sequence.
How is, yeah, how is the statement 2 true?
Yeah, for this we have a example. That means if we take
Yeah.
both the sequence as minus 1 power n, okay, so we know that this sequence is oscillative. That is, this sequence is a divergent sequence, right? But what will be the multiplicative sequence? I mean, minus 1 power n into minus 1 power n, which will be 1, right? That means the constant sequence 1, right?
Okay.
The multiplicative sequence will be 1. So
Okay.
we have the sequence 1 here. So this sequence is convergent and converges to 1, right?
Okay. But I mean, it's just for one example.
Hmm.
Would this hold true for all the cases?
No, 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 no. There may be some example.
May converge. Okay. All right.
May converge.
All right.
There may be. Like, this is not for all, obviously, but
Yeah.
there are some example.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So the statement is correct. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what about the third statement? A constant sequence is always convergent and converges to the constant. It is also true, right? That we all know. Okay, so all the statements are basically true here. It's fine.
Okay, ma'am. And this question number 5 also.
Okay, so question number. Okay, so yeah. Also, just earlier, someone was asking to like uh, do some example for convergent and divergent
LNE plus
sequence.
LNE. Okay, ma'am. हो गया LNE plus LNE. मैम वो E में convert हो जाएगा. 1 plus 1 2 हो जाएगा. Okay.
Yeah, just have to apply the sequence. I mean, limit of n. Fine.
हाँ हो गया.
Okay. Okay. So what other any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
This question is fine, right? This question is using the floor function and ceiling function. So all of you already know the floor function and ceiling function. So I guess you can do this question, right?
Yes,
At
ma'am.
least try. Otherwise, yeah, there are recorded version too, so you can try. So these three questions are using this floor function. This is again just to have you have to check the derivative, I mean the tangent. So again, I think you can do that because similar kind of thing,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. Which question should? What about the second question? What about the second question? Did you solve the second one? Okay. So this is a common pattern. I mean, you may have this type of thing. You may have a sequence given, and maybe they will be mentioning the limit of the sequence, and then I just told you about this type of problem, right? Then there will be some sequence using the previous sequence, and then you have to calculate the limit. Okay. So we have Bn equals to n power 4 over n plus 5 power n over 1 by n minus 1. Okay. So we calculate the limit of Bn. So we know that we can break the
First
limit,
one
right?
came to 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So n 1 over n to the power 4 plus 5 limit n into 1 over n minus 1, right? We can write it as it is. Now
Yes,
we
ma'am.
know that the limit is 1. So we will just put the value. So it will be 5. Okay. So this type of questions are also in the common. So yeah, just solve this type of thing. Um, these are also simple, right? Just apply the formulas. Then just put the limit, like the given limit. So you just then can calculate the limit of the given function. Okay. Any other doubt? You can also share some specific problem if you are facing difficulty with some sequence or.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So
I
anyone
just
you
want
don't.
to know that how can you solve that graded assignment question without sequence formula? And that's I just want to see.
Which one? I mean, graded
It's a
assignment without sequence formula.
yeah, without sequence formula.
Okay, so for that I have to see the graded assignment. I haven't seen it actually. So if you are not using the formula, then there will be something to take common or just like some adjustment. Just try to do that.
I just can't
So
understand that question, ma'am. So there was a formula in 11th class. n by 2 into last n minus first n. So by that formula, I can solve that question.
Okay, that means the AP, GP, this type of
Yes,
formula.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. AP, GP, AS, GS. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, these are really common thing. I mean, many time you maybe have to apply these formulas. So these formulas you have to remember.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sometimes for some sequences, these are really necessary formula to solve the problem. So these are very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, at least sum of first nth number or squared sum of first n number, this type of things, APGP, they're important. You may have to like use this type of thing sometimes somewhere.
Yes, ma'am. In that question, I, I have solved that question by that AS formula, arithmetic sequence.
Yeah, you may have to like I will also use this type of thing while solving if we have this type of. So it's fine. You have to use this type of formula sometime. Okay, any other confusion?
No, ma'am.
Here, actually, today is supposed to be the solve with the session for logarithmic, the week 6. I
Yeah,
thought so, but
I told you in the last week basically, maybe in the
Mhm.
last week that we are not taking the solve with the session nowadays because it's in the recorded version.
Yeah, but Vishal said that there is no cancellation and we'll continue as I discussed in the last week. So he said that there won't be any changes as it is. And moreover, so tomorrow is the deadline for week 6, and the day after tomorrow, if I'm sitting on tomorrow, it will be 7th week, the
Okay,
deadline
I
would
will
be.
talk to Vishal
So,
about that. I maybe the next, I don't know what about the next date. Maybe the summary session or maybe the solve with us. If it is the solve with us, then in this session also we can discuss some problem.
yeah, but the Friday would be the week 7 deadline. And without any solve with us session or any interaction session apart from this, so we can't do it right by your own within 2 days of deadlines
Mm,
with week 6 and week 7.
no. See, but for in week 7, for all the practice assignment and activity, the recorded versions are available. So you can go through the recorded version if you are facing any difficulty. And I'm kind of sure maybe you will be like confident with the process. But if still there are some problem, there may be some TA sessions before Friday, na?
No, no, ma'am.
Yes,
As
he is also solving this activity and practice.
yeah, ma'am, as Ilanga was saying, like there is very less time for us to complete one and then immediately jump on the other. On top of it, after 15th, next Wednesday is like 8th week. So it is back to back. And then if
Hmm.
people are working, right, it is very, very hectic. And it's because, as you say, many of the video for week 7 we haven't watched. So that's the reason we couldn't able to ask you anything much better because we have to first go through video and then to get the doubts.
And even if you watch the video
Mm-hmm.
also, you can't able to solve. I can't able to solve all the questions. At least
No,
all the
agree with
half
you.
of the question I can't
Yeah,
solve.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's you.
Videos is something different, and when you're encountering,
Correct,
so
correct.
which is something the pattern is totally
Yeah,
different.
this
I
is
have to
okay.
understand the question
Yeah.
and the answer pattern so that if I'm the same kind of question, so I can able to solve in the future with the use of that pattern. So it comes with the practice only. I don't think so. We can solve any of the question. I mean, any of the question from practice or graded with only watch lectures. Also, this lectures doesn't seems to be how to solve a particular question or something. So it doesn't teach. Actually, it is only concepts. That's it.
Yes, That's correct. You're facing difficult with the timing. I can understand. Okay, let's see what can we do about this.
And the quiz 2, we have the December 1st, right? So till we have 10 days after 20 also. So what is the plan? You're going to teach us
Yeah.
week 9, 10, or what? I mean, within the 10 days or only for revisions? Because we have in 10 days of enough time to have go through for quiz 2.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about it right now. I mean, I think before your quiz too, we will be covering up to week 8 only, or whatever I know at least. But if there are any updates, then we will obviously update it in the calendar. Otherwise, in the upcoming sessions also, we can like discuss it.
So, ma'am, from week 9 to 12, it will be added in the end term exam, that is on December 22nd or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So there are maybe 3 weeks like between quiz 2 and your end term, right? So 3 weeks is enough for 3 weeks. I mean, you only have 3 weeks, no? So we have to cover 3 weeks. So this is fine, maybe.
Then you
We
can
have to
split
cover
these
both.
deadlines within another 1 week also. Week 7 and 8, you can split it.
Okay, let's see what can we do. We will discuss it later. So this is maybe not the time to discuss this. So
But after today, there is no math session only. It's on Saturday, right? So when will you
yes.
discuss after the deadline?
I mean, you
Hmm.
want to know
Today's
about the week 7 or week 9? You are talking about week 9 right now, right? That is what I
even week
said
7
in
also. No,
video.
no, week 7 I'm talking about right now. The deadline is tomorrow, week 6, and the Friday is 7 week deadline, right?
Yes.
And the today is only we can interact with the instructor. And afterwards, Saturday only we do have the section with the instructor.
Yeah.
Then after deadline, there is no point to discuss about the extent of the graded assignment, right?
Okay, yes. But
Yes.
see, after today we will have some TA sessions. So if you have still any doubt, you can ask the TA. Also, like we are here to solve your problem now. You have discourse, you have so many connections. I mean, we are also trying to solve all of your doubts. You have recorded version, you have live session. So like, what is the problem then?
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I think what we were discussing today was all about the 7th week, correct?
Yes, that's the thing.
So the 15th deadline, 15th deadline is about this. So I think we really don't have to worry about that because on
Okay,
Saturday
very
we will
good.
start off with the 8th week. So for whatever is necessary for 15th, that is what we have been discussing. So I think we shouldn't be really worried about that.
Okay, then I'm talking about myself, and many people have been raised the query on this, so that I'm talking behalf of those people who
Uh-huh.
are from non-background of mathematics. Might be you
Okay.
are better than
Okay,
me,
so
so
see,
it's
see, the
nothing worry for
point
you.
is, you know that this is the probable last instructor session before the deadline. So you
Yes.
should have like ready with the problems then, right? I mean, you
See,
have to manage
many
your
of
time,
many of the people here only people doesn't watch the lecture itself. They're still stuck with the week 6, and even I'm also just watched the lecture.
see,
I'm just
this
solving it.
is
See,
this
I
is
can able to
not
give
our
that.
fault. I mean, you cannot say this type of thing in a live class. I mean, you are not attending the class. You are not watching the live lecture. This cannot be the fault of instructors. No.
no.
So you
See, I
misunderstood,
think
madam.
I'm talking to Ilango probably. See, all of us are the same boat.
I mean, see, this is a problem solving session. I am trying to solve your problem. You don't have any problem. You are not discussing any problem, but still you are just doing this type of thing in each of the session.
See, what I would recommend is like if we go through the problems, if we have doubts, this will be the right session to raise those doubts to our instructor. And that is it. So, well,
Okay, I'm just asking if it is possible to extend the deadline. That's it. I'm not asking anything about apart from this, right?
yeah, yeah. No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
Is
So
that my
yeah, then it was enough. Like you could
you
have
can ask.
shared
okay
this
then? Okay.
earlier, no?
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
So there is no meaning to waste that much time. Nobody is free. We also have pressures.
No, no,
Everyone has pressure.
nobody is accusing you. Like it's perfect. Like we are very happy with your
Yeah,
instructor.
that is what I'm also saying. I'm not
Yeah,
accusing you.
yeah.
Just I'm
I
saying
think
my the
she is taking
yes,
it as an offense, probably. But
yes,
nobody's
yes.
offending her. I mean, okay, of course, we should also be prepared. So there's no doubt about that, and we are grateful to the instructor always. Okay.
No, that is what I'm also saying.
Yeah,
Why you're
sure.
taking as personal? I don't know.
No, I'm not taking it personal. I'm just telling you when you know the deadline is this, and this, then you at least try to prepare yourself before the deadline.
Okay,
This is
fine, fine,
what
fine.
I'm saying.
Great, thank you.
Okay, any other doubt related to any problem? Can you be little louder? I cannot hear. Can you be little louder? Hello. Can you share your doubt?
I think we lost your screen, but we can hear you. Okay.
Yeah. Can't you see my screen now?
Now, what is this screen broadcast Zoom? That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That is, I am in this, I was in this page.
Ah,
That is why
okay.
it was
Now we
showing
can see
this.
it. Now we can see it.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. What was the problem? I mean, what was the doubt?
Ma'am, practice assignment 7, question number 6.
Question number 6.
Practice assignment.
Yeah. This is the practice assignment, right? This one. This question.
This, ma'am, from practice assignment, this is 7.5 activity questions.
Okay, sorry. No, this is from practice assignment.
Yes, ma'am. That one.
Hmm. Yes. So, what is the doubt in this question? We have three sequences, AN, BN, and CN. Now you just have to calculate which of these three sequences is a subsequence of the sequence 1 by n. Okay. So what about the first one? It's clearly we are choosing some specific term from the sequence 1 by n, right? 1 by n square. These are just a squared number, right? So this is clearly a subsequence. But see, in this sequence 1 by n, 0 is not there, right? So clearly this sequence is not a subsequence because 0 is not a member of the sequence. Okay. And similarly, in the sequence Cn, if we take n equals to 1, then we will get C1 equals to 0, right? In similar logic,
0 doesn't belongs to the sequence 1 by n. So Cn is basically uh, not a subsequence of the sequence. Okay. It's fine. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
repeat the one CN?
What?
Why last one is not the sequence, subsequence?
Because for n equals to 1, C of 1 is what? 1 minus 1, right? Which is 0.
Yes,
But 0 is not in the set 1 over n, right?
yes, ma'am.
So this cannot be a subsequence because at least all member of the subsequent should be a element of the other sequence, right? So clearly this is not a subsequence. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Any other doubt? Okay. So you don't have any more doubt, right?
Not that we don't have doubts. We haven't covered the portion, so we aren't really able
Yeah.
to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand. Okay. I will talk to Vishal about the deadline. I try to, if it is possible, then I will try to shift the deadline. Um, I can understand your side also. I mean, I was also a student of IIT Madras some days ago, so I can feel the pressure.
Nobody,
But
nobody's
yeah, so
complaining. Nobody's complaining. Yeah.
no, I can understand the thing. Like I was also in your place some days ago. I was a master student in IIT Madras too,
Oh.
so I know how is the pressure.
Yeah, you would have had more pressure than
So
us. I know.
I
Okay.
we can feel the pressure. So these things are, yeah, it's hectic, but nothing to do with this type of things, no?
So,
Because
see, in our case, it's been long that we left our academics and all that. So, studying
yeah,
mathematics
that
is a huge, it's very huge for us. For most of the people who
yeah,
don't have mathematics background in the plus one and plus two, and even in the degree.
yes, that's true.
It's how
But
it
the
is.
thing is, the deadlines and all, it's basically like we cannot fix the deadline. I mean,
Yeah, I
instructor
understand. I understand.
has
So,
no right to like fix the deadline. I mean, this is a central process. So
yeah,
the thing is, this is not in our hand at least.
yeah, we understand that. Absolutely
At
fine.
least
No problem.
we can talk to the system, definitely we can convey the message from the student because we are the only one who are really connected with the student.
Yeah, you are
We
in
also
connect.
we are concerned about you. We really want you to understand everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will definitely talk to the system about this type of thing. What we can do these things. Okay, so we will
I think
definitely.
probably he was more worried because he might not have got the point that what we're discussing is the seventh week. So the 15th deadline is about the seventh week, correct?
But
Maybe
ma'am,
I
in
mean
your time,
yeah.
but ma'am, in your time, interim consists only week 6, not week 7.
No, these portions, this what do you call, whatever we did today, it's on
I'm
seventh
talking
week.
about 2020 session. Interim contains only week 6 contents.
No,
Week
no.
six is logarithmic contents.
In term, you will have all the weeks from 1 to 11.
1 to 8, I suppose.
In week 2, I mean, in quiz 2, you will have only 5 to 8.
Oh,
And
only 5 to 8. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm talking
you
about,
will have all
ma'am,
the
I'm talking about when you are in foundation because week 7 lecture sir tells us that welcome to second session.
weeks.
I really didn't understand that, but anyway, okay.
Um, okay. So yeah, any other doubt? I will talk to the system about this deadline type of thing, but let's not focus on this right now. So if you have any question, it can be a silly doubt even, still you can ask.
No, like we have to do our homework before getting any doubts.
Yeah.
So that's where, yeah.
Yes, you have to do your homework.
So,
So
so
this
ma'am,
is
for the
your
ma'am for the quiz two exam,
yes.
what is the distribution, ma'am, among these 4 weeks? It will be
You can take
which one we
all
need to
the
focus?
no, you can for week quiz two, you can take all the week as similar
Equal weightage.
weightage. I mean, the weightage will be almost same from all the weeks.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So all the weeks are really important.
Week 5 to week 8. Yeah.
Week 5 to week 8, yeah. This
But
4 weeks, 5, 6, 7, 8.
ma'am in CT, Arpit sir says that Pisto contains week 1 to week 8 in CT, computational thinking.
Yeah, it varies course to course actually. So for maths one, it's 5 to 8.
Oh, that's a relief. Okay.
You also have something mentioned in like in syllabus or this, right? Like you should have something in Excel sheet or maybe in your ID or
Okay.
about the syllabus. Maybe there may be some update, but yeah, because there may be some official update about the syllabus. But unofficially, I can say it's week 5 to 8. Not unofficially, it's the syllabus from 5 to 8. So
Okay.
there maybe there are somewhere this is mentioned also.
On official side, it's mentioned that CT also contains week 5 to week 8 syllabus, but Arpit sir says that week 1 to week 8.
Okay, then that I said it may vary course to course. So for our course, it's 5 to 8. No problem. No worries. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
And ma'am, in term, it's week 1 to week 12 or week 9 to week 12.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. In end terms, we will cover all the weeks from first to last.
Same weightage.
No, not same weightage. Weightage will be more for the last 3 week, and some question will be there from the first to 8 week.
Ma'am, 3 week or 4 week, 9 to 12 or 9 to 11.
I guess 11, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have anything to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave also.
All right. Okay, I'll take leave. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Welcome.